Everyone, and welcome back again to my channel where I am reading the new Player's Handbook brought to us by Dungeons & Dragons Wizards of the Coast. Now, before I kick things off today, I am going to do a brief thing. Tragedy struck the nerding community yesterday as James Earl Jones passed away. And in honor of that, I have my handy-dandy lightsaber here. And in honor of the voice acting legend, I'm going to rev it up for just a few seconds. And leave it over here. For those of you Star Wars fans and the community as a whole, may the Force be with us in these trying times. Moving right along, though, today I am going to be reading the section for you guys that is my personal favorite class. Today, we will be going over the 2024 Bard class. Yes. I love the Bard class, probably because I didn't get to play too much Guitar Hero growing up, but it is one of, in my opinion, one of the most versatile classes in all of D&D, because they can fill in just about everywhere. So, I haven't read through this previously, so I'm going to be finding out new things with you guys, and, oh, I'm just so excited. Alright, so your core Bard traits are, of course, Charisma. Everyone knows the infamous roll to seduce a dragon thing. I myself have had only one Bard player try that, and it failed immediately because, hey, it was not a real dragon. But, moving right along, Bards get to use a D8 per Bard level to determine their HP, which is very nice. They are proficient with Dexterity and Charisma saving throws, and they are proficient in any of the following, oh, excuse me, they don't actually have them listed here. So, they are proficient in any 3 skills. So, that's pretty nice. Now, they are proficient in simple weapons, which unfortunately means that I don't think they are proficient with rapiers this time. So, that's going to be something that we're going to have to adjust to. And then for tool proficiencies, you get to choose 3 different musical instruments. Hello, that's my cat Bean. He's come up here to say hi. You can probably see the shadows moving and hear his clinky, clinky little collar. Now, for armor training, they get training in light armor. And then for starting equipment, you can choose leather armor, 2 daggers, a musical instrument of your choice, an entertainer's pack, and 19 gold or just 90 gold pieces. Now, for the uninitiated, bards, they invoke their magic through music, dance, and verse. Bards are experts at inspiring others, soothing hurts, disheartening foes, and creating illusions. Bards believe that the multiverse was spoken into existence, and that remnants of its words of creation still resound and glimmer on every plane of existence. Bardic magic attempts to harness those words, which transcend any language. Anything can inspire a new song or tale, so bards are fascinated by almost everything. They become masters of many things, including performing music, working magic, and making jests. A bard's life is spent traveling, gathering lore, telling stories, and living on the gratitude of the audience, much like any other entertainer. But bards' depth of knowledge and mastery of magic sets them apart. So, we're going to go through level 1. At level 1, you gain all the traits from the Bard's Traits table. And then you gain access to the level 1 features listed in the Bard's Features table. So, if you are multi-classing into a Bard, you gain the traits from the core Bard table, hit point die, proficiency in 1 skill of your choice, proficiency in 1 musical instrument of your choice, and training with light armor. And then you also gain the Bard's level 1 features, which are listed in the Bard features table. So, what are these features? At level 1, you gain Bardic Inspiration. You can supernaturally inspire others through words, music, or dance. This inspiration is represented by your Bardic Inspiration die, which is a d6. Now, how do you use your Bardic Inspiration? Well, as a bonus action, you can inspire another creature within 60 feet of yourself who can see or hear you. That creature gains one of your Bardic Inspiration dice. A creature can have only one Bardic Inspiration die at a time. So if you have a party full of bards, you can't all inspire the same person. So, once within the next hour, when the creature fails a d20 test... Hi, buddy. Hi, you're messing up my set. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're making it harder for me to read. Let's get him out of here. Apologies. So, once within the next hour, when the creature fails a d20 test, the creature can roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add the number of rolls to the d20, potentially turning a failure into a success. A Bardic Inspiration die is expended when it's rolled. Now, number of uses. You can confer a Bardic Inspiration die a number of times equal to your Charisma modifier of a minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. And then, at higher levels, your Bardic Inspiration die changes when you reach certain Bard levels, as shown in the Bardic die column of the... Hi, buddy. Hi, I'm trying to read to people. Hi. All right. Changes when you reach certain Bard levels, as shown in the Bardic die column of the Bard features table. The die becomes a D8 at level 5, a D10 at level 10, and a D12 at level 15. So, it levels with you, which is nice. Now, as far as their spell casting is concerned, you have learned to cast spells through your Bardic arts. And you can see Chapter 7 of the Player's Handbook for the rules on spellcasting. Now, the information below details how you use those rules with Bard spells, which appear in the Bard spells later on in the description. So, cantrips. You know 2 cantrips of your choice from the Bard spell list. You know Dancing Lights and Vicious Mockery are, recommended. Whenever you gain a Bard level, you can replace one of your cantrips with another cantrip of your choice from the Bard spell list. When you reach a level... when you reach Bard levels 4 and 10, you learn another cantrip of your choice from the Bard spell list as shown in the cantrips column of the Bard features table. Now, spell slots. That's going to be shown again on the Bard features table, and tells you how many spell slots you have. Now, you regain all your spell slots when you finish a long rest. Hi. But this is an interesting feature. In previous editions of Dungeons & Dragons, you really had to commit to what spells you were learning. But as part of this new edition, almost every spellcasting class has gained the Prepared Spells feature. Now, let's see how this works. Prepared spells of level 1 and up. You prepare the list of level 1 and up spells that are available for you to cast with this feature. To start, you choose 4 level 1 spells from the Bard spell list, and Charm Person, Color Spray, Dissonant Whispers, and Healing Word are recommended. They're very thematic. They have, they're mostly verbal components, so you have to speak. Alright, here we go. We've got the, as mentioned, features table. So let's see here. At level 1, Your proficiency bonus is +2, and you have your bardic inspiration and spell casting, and your bardic die is still a d6. So, as you level up, let's see. Level 5, your d6 changes to a d8, and then at level 10, it becomes a d10, and then the d12 happens at level 15. It also shows you how many cantrips and spells you learn as you level up. So, looks like at level 4, you gain access to 3, and then again at level 10, you gain access to 4, and then that's it for the rest of the class. And then again, your prepared spells change as well, and these change a good bit as you level up, so this might take me a second. So at level 1 you start with 4, and then at level 2 you go to 5, 3 you go to 6, 4 to go to 7, 6 you go to, 5 you go to 9, 6 you go to 10, 7 becomes 11, 8 becomes 12, level 9 is 14, level 10 is 15, levels 11 and 12 are 16, levels 13 and 14 are 17, levels 15 through 16 are 18, level 17 is 19, level 18 is 20, and 19 and 20 are 21 and 22. And then again, you have your spell slots per level. Now, the number of spells on your list increases as you gain levels, as I've shown above. Whenever that number increases, you get to choose additional spells from the Bard's spell list until the number of spells on your list matches the number on the table. Now, the chosen spells must be of a level for which you have spell slots. For example, if you're a 3rd level Bard, your list of prepared spells can include 6 spells of levels 1 and 2 in any combination. If another Bard feature gives you spells that you always have prepared, those spells don't count against the number of spells that you can prepare with this feature, but those spells otherwise count as Bard spells for you. Now, changing your prepared spells. Whenever you gain a Bard level, you can replace one spell on your list with another Bard spell for which you have spell slots. Charisma is, of course, your spellcasting ability for your Bard spells, and your spellcasting focus can be a musical instrument. Now, it doesn't have to be, but it's part of the whole thing with the class. Now, at level 2, you gain expertise. You gain expertise in 2 of your skill proficiencies of your choice. Performance and persuasion are recommended if you have proficiency in them. And then at level 9, you gain more expertise. Now, what expertise does is it makes you horribly good at whatever you've done. So you take your normal proficiency and all that stuff, and you essentially double it. I'll be going over the rules for that at a later date. Now, you also gain Jack of all trades, which means you can add half of your proficiency bonus, rounded down, to any ability check you make that uses a proficiency that you lack and doesn't otherwise use your proficiency bonus. For example, if you make a strength or athletics check and you don't have athletics proficiency, you can add half of your proficiency bonus to the check. And then at level 3, you gain your Bard subclass. And we'll be going over all of those in a second. But first, yes, the Bard's repertoire. Ooh, friendly reminder to hydrate. Now, this really delves into the nitty-gritty of your roleplay. So, does your Bard beat a drum while chanting the deeds of ancient heroes? Strum a lute while crooning romantic tunes? Performs, arias of string power? Recite dramatic monologues from classic tragedies? Use the rhythm of a folk dance to coordinate movement of allies in battle? or just compose naughty limericks. Me, I am a fan of just hitting the power chord and shooting a lightning bolt at somebody. Now, when you play a bard, consider the style of performance you enjoy, the moods that you might invoke, and the themes that inspire your own creations. Are your poems inspired by moments of natural beauty, or are they brooding reflections on loss? Do you prefer lofty hymns or rowdy tavern songs? Are you drawn to laments for the fallen or celebrations of joy? Do you dance merry jigs or perform elaborate interpretive choreography? You can literally do interpretive dance. Do you focus on one style of performance, or are you trying to be a master of them all? That's stuff to keep in mind while you're going on your bard life. So at level 4, you get your ability and score improvement or a feat. And then at level 5, you gain your Font of Inspiration. Congratulations, you now regain all your expended uses of Bardic Inspiration when you finish a short or a long rest. In addition, you can expend a spell slot, no action required, to regain 1 expended use of Bardic Inspiration. Yes! Ugh! So in the old edition, I favored a class that essentially lets you use your Bardic Inspiration as a sort of like the Bard's own flavor of Smite. So you'd burn that, add to your roll, deal extra damage. So that is that's nice to see, because in the old rules you didn't really have a way of regaining your Bardic Inspiration outside of your rests. So that's nice. Now at level 7, you gain Counter Charm. You can use musical notes or words of power to disrupt mind-influencing effects. If you or another creature within 30 feet of you fails a saving throw against an effect that applies the charmed or frightened condition, you can take a reaction to cause the save to be re-rolled, and the new roll has advantage. Oh, okay. So they made it much more like the 2014 version of words are escaping me. There's a spell in 2014 that lets you do that, but it's nice that it's an actual feature. So at level 10, you learn magical secrets. You've learned secrets from various magical traditions. Whenever you reach a bard level, including this level, and the prepared spells number in the bard features table increases, you can choose any of your new prepared spells from the bard, cleric, druid, and wizard spell lists. And the chosen spells count as bard spells for you. In addition, whenever you replace a spell prepared for this class, you can replace it with a spell from those lists. Suck it, wizards! Ha! So, a big pull for the wizard class is that they can learn any spell in the game, blah, 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 blah. No, they can't. They can't learn cleric stuff. You know who can? The bard. Suck it. Now, at level 18, you gain your superior inspiration. When you roll initiative, you regain expended uses of Bardic Inspiration until you have 2 if you have fewer than that. Then at level 19, you have your Epic Boon. And then at level 20, you have your Words of Creation. You have mastered 2 words of creation, the words of life and of death. You therefore always have the Power Word Heal and Power Word Kill spells prepared. When you cast either spell, you can target a second creature with it if that creature is then 10 feet of the first target. So, I have a history with Power Word Kill. It is one of my favorite spells from Dungeons & Dragons. Essentially, you just look at someone and say, die. And if they lack the appropriate amount of hit points, they die. Oh man, it is deadly at low level. I, as a player, have only gotten to cast it one time. As a DM, I've only cast it once. Now, this is a new thing that I really enjoy. The spells for the respective spellcasting class are now listed with the class, with the levels. That is horribly convenient. It used to be all the spells would be listed further into the book, and they would have a tag next to it with what classes could learn it. Now it's just with the class, which is nice. And now we get into subclasses. So this is actually the first new subclass for the Bard that we see in the new edition. It is the College of Dance. Now, you move in harmony with the cosmos. Bards of the College of Dance know that the words of creation can't be contained within speech or song. The words are uttered by the movements of celestial bodies and flow through the motions of the smallest creatures. These bards practice a way of being in harmony with the whirling cosmos that emphasizes agility, speed, and grace. At level 3, you get dazzling footwork. While you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield, you gain the following benefits. Dance virtuoso. You have advantage on any charisma performance checks you make that involves you dancing. Unarmored defense. Your base armor class equals 10 plus your dexterity and charisma modifiers. That is busted. That is busted. I can't believe they gave a bard unarmored defense. You also gain agile strikes. When you expend a use of your bardic inspiration as part of an action, a bonus action or reaction, you can make one unarmed strike as part of that action, bonus action, or reaction. Wow. So, so they took Bard, and it feels like they took Monk, and they stirred them together. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. That is actually, like, amazing. And then, Bardic damage. You can use dexterity instead of strength for attack rolls of your unarmed strikes. When you deal damage with an unarmed strike, you can deal bludgeoning damage equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die plus your dexterity modifier. Instead of the strike's normal damage, this roll doesn't expend the die. So cool. You are literally going to punch harder, stronger, and better as you level up with your bardic inspiration die. That is exciting. That is very exciting. So, let's see. Moving right along. Inspiring movement. Now that's an interesting header. When an enemy you can see ends its turn within 5 feet of you, you can take a reaction to expend one of your bardic inspiration and move up to half of your speed. Then, one ally of your choice within 30 feet of you can also move up to half their speed using their reaction. None of this feature's movement provokes opportunity attacks. Ooh, that's good. Tandem footwork. When you roll initiative, you can expend one use of your bardic inspiration if you don't have the incapacitated condition. When you do, roll your bardic inspiration die. You and each ally within 30 feet of you who can see or hear you gain a bonus to initiative equal to the number rolled. That's not bad. That's not bad. You know, I'm not mad at it. And then we have to go to the second page for this. Leading evasion. When you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half the damage, you instead take no damage. if you succeed on the saving throw, and only half damage if you fail. If any creatures within 5 feet of you are making the same dexterity throw, you can share this benefit with them for that save. And you can't use this feature if you're incapacitated. My dudes, that is really good. That is really good. So that is primarily a rogue function, or maybe even monk to a degree. And the fact that you can share that is insane. This is going to become somebody's favorite bard subclass out of the utility alone. I can already see people multi-classing it with Warlock, because Warlocks get a thing where their attack increases with their charisma. Well, moving right along to the classic College of Glamour, I love the artwork that they did for this. Now, the College of Glamour traces its origins to the beguiling magic of the Feywild. Bards who study this magic weave threads of beauty and terror into their songs and stories. And the mightiest among them can cloak themselves in otherworldly majesty. Their performances stir up wistful longing for forgotten innocence, evoke unconscious memories of long-held fears, and tug at the emotions of even the most hard-hearted listeners. Beguiling magic. You always have Charm Person and Mirror Image prepared. That's nice. In addition, immediately after you cast a enchantment or illusion spell using a spell slot, you can cause a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself to make a Wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. On a fail save, the target has the Charmed or Frightened condition, your choice, for 1 minute. The target repeats that save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. Once you use this benefit, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. You can also restore your use of it by expending one of your Bardic Inspiration die. No action required. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, this is interesting. Mantle of Inspiration. You can weave Fey magic into a song or dance to fill others with vigor. As a bonus action, you can expend a use of your Bardic Inspiration, rolling a Bardic Inspiration die. When you do so, choose a number of other creatures within 60 feet of yourself, up to a number equal to your Charisma modifier. Each of those creatures gains a number of temporary hit points equal to 2 times the number rolled on the Bardic Inspiration die. And then each can use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And then we have the classic Mantle of Majesty. This was the bane of my existence in a campaign I ran. You always have the command spell prepared, and as a bonus action you can cast command without expending a spell slot, and you take on an unearthly appearance for 1 minute, or until your concentration ends. During this time you can cast command as a bonus action without expending a spell slot. Any creature charmed by you automatically fails its saving throw against command you cast it with this feature. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. You can also restore this use of it by expending a level 3 or higher spell slot with no action required. And then you have Unbreakable Majesty at level 14. As a bonus action, you can assume a magically majestic appearance for 1 minute, or until you have the incapacitated condition. For the duration, whenever any creature hits you with an attack roll for the first time on a turn, the attacker must succeed on a Charisma saving throw against your spell save DC, or it just misses, as the creature recoils from your majesty. Once you assume this majestic appearance, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. Yeah, That's busted. Still. Man. Yeah, I had a guy ruin a whole encounter I had planned with that thing. But such is the life of a dungeon master, and that's why we improvise. So, moving on to the College of Lore. This was actually the first Bard class I ever played. So, Bards of the College of Lore collect spells and secrets from diverse sources, such as scholarly tomes, mystical rites, and, peasant tales. The college's members gather in libraries and universities to share their lore with one another. They also meet at festivals or affairs of state, where they can expose corruption, unravel lies, and poke fun at self-important figures of authority. I do that anyway. Now, at level 3, they gain extra proficiencies in 3 skills of your choice, and they also gain access to cutting words. You've learned to use your wit to supernaturally distract, confuse, or otherwise sap confidence and competence of others. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself makes a damage roll or succeeds an ability check or attack roll, you can use your reaction to expend your bardic inspiration to roll the die and then subtract that number from the creature's roll, reducing the damage or potentially turning it into a failure. Now, at level 6, you gain magical discoveries. You learn two spells of your choice from the cleric, druid, or wizard subclass. Spell list, or any combination of them. Suck it, wizards. A spell you choose must be a cantrip or a spell for which you have spell slots. You always have the chosen spells prepared, and whenever you gain a bard level, you can replace one of those spells with another spell that meets these requirements. So that's nice. And then at 14, you gain Peerless Skill. When you make an ability check or attack roll and fail, you can expend 1 use of Bardic Inspiration, roll the Bardic Inspiration die, and add the number rolled to your d20, potentially turning a failure into a success. On a failure, the inspiration isn't expended. That's nice. And then we have College of Valor. I like what they've done here. So this is a little something for you lore nerds. This symbol here is of the Harpers from Forgotten Realms and the Sword Coast. They're sort of like a secret society of bards and other aligned races and classes that act as spies. So that's very nice. So they need to be very attacky. So, you sing the deeds of ancient heroes. Bards of the College of Valor are daring storytellers whose tales preserve the memory of the great heroes of the past. These bards sing the deeds of the mighty in vaulted halls or to crowds gathered around great bonfires. They travel to witness great events firsthand and to ensure that the memory of these events doesn't pass away. With their songs, they inspire new generations to reach the same height of accomplishment as the heroes of old. So, at level 3, you gain Combat Inspiration. A creature that has a Bardic Inspiration die from you can use it in one of the following ways. You can use Defense. When a creature is hit by an attack roll, that creature can use its reaction roll to roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to its AC against the attack, potentially causing the attack to miss. And then, on the other hand, you can use it for Offense. Immediately after the creature hits a target with an attack roll, the creature can roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add that number to the damage instead. So that's pretty handy. Martial Training. You gain proficiency with martial weapons and training in medium armor and shields. You can make yourself a little less squishy. In addition, you can use a simple or martial weapons as a spellcasting focus to cast spells from your bard spell list. That's very nice, because normally you would have to have your spellcasting focus in one hand and your weapon in the other. So that's nice. This just lets you have this here and then have your other hand free to do whatever. Now, at level 6 you gain extra attack. You get to attack again, so that's nice. And you can also cast one of your cantrips, which is pretty great. And then at level 14 you gain battle magic. After you cast a spell that has a casting time of an action, you can make one attack with a weapon as a bonus action. So, you can do like a fireball, and if they're still not dead, stab. So, that's actually very handy, because I've had that happen. Well, looks like that will conclude this chapter on bards. Next up is cleric. I know they did a lot of changes to healing, so that's going to be an exciting read. I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream today, and don't forget to go to my YouTube, check me out there. I am ever striving to improve and make things better for you guys. And I just hope you all have a great and wonderful day, and I'll see you at the next one.